Hey, my friends and loved ones and all of those things. So I've got a thing where I started a little bit, just a wee bit late today, so we might run a minute over. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning. And let's see, how's my hair? All right, this is just another one of those beautiful mornings where we're just pleased to be alive and pleased to be in the company of friends and others who are working in a similar fashion to become better guitar practitioners. So here we go. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to stop sort of fooling around, and now we're going to get right down to it, right down serious now. So I've got a looper plugged in today. I'm not sure we're getting to it, but here's the A we need, and hopefully you're already in tune. Yep, we're good. So I don't know if you noticed, but what I do is I pluck this on my knee. I never hit it on anything metallic, it's on my knee. And then I will hold it against the guitar, but I'll place my hand in such a position where I can actually, strum the A string with my ring finger or another finger. And that's sort of how I get that string activated on the 5th fret harmonic. Just in case you didn't know, and if you wanted to know. Trying a new chair this morning too, by the way. Yeah, it's an old schoolhouse chair. We bought out an old school that was going out of business the other day, and blah blah blah. Bought some sound. Got some really cool stuff, but it's a really nice seat, and it's the cool thing about it. It's adjustable. So we'll see what happens, just trying things out. Got my tool. Got any? Sure what's going on yet, but anyway, let's get right down to it. So I'm as Frank Zappa said in Dynamo Hum, let's get right down to it. So we've got this really nice sort of guitar that's pretty close to being in tune, and we'll go ahead and start with our morning ritual for guitar growth, which is why we're all here. We're all here for that one reason, and that one reason is to just become better guitar practitioners, better people, better humans, better, blah, 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 better at everything, basically, through the guitar. And we're doing this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm doing this yada, 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 all through 2025. You all heard the blurb, but if you're new here, it can be an exciting time for you, hopefully. Grab your guitar, stick around for a couple minutes, see what it's all about, subscribe. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30. And I'm quite literally walking through my own personal morning journey, my own guitar journey every morning. And it's a sacred space, so we try to keep the live chat sort of focused and framed to discuss warm-ups which is separate. It's a completely, as we are journeying together through 2025 doing this, we're discovering that the warm-up process is quite different than the practice process, right? Hey, Justin, good morning. I missed what you said there. Let me come back to it. Good morning, Justin. Guitar for everyone. Good morning. G for E. Great to see your face around here this morning. Wonderful to have your, you're just a few words in the live chat goes a long way, man. Great to see you. I hope everything's going well in the world of guitar for you. All right, let's keep on fingers 2 and 3. Same thing, and thanks, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I've been working hard on it, trying to keep my eyebrows kempt. I've got a shirt I am representing today. I'm not, a paid representative, but I do like to volunteer for organizations like this, which is called, I don't know if you have any veteran friends, but if you have veteran friends who are looking for, let's say something to do, go out on a bird hunt or a bear hunt or something like that, and it could be anywhere in the world. This group is really a remarkable group, sort of house in the woods, and it's a great organization. You'll find if you know someone, if you're a veteran yourself, you'll look them up. And if you're not, then one day you might remember that it's an amazing resource for veterans, so you can remember to tell somebody about it. When the time is right, this message is going out there for those who need it. So we're working right through all of the 2-finger groupings first. We're getting started with that. Getting started with the 2-finger groups. And we're moving on to some additional permutations with the 2-finger groupings this morning. So you'll be happy to know. It feels like I'm a toddler just kind of romping through the room and not really caring. I feel a little bit like I might fall over, put a head into the coffee table or something, but I don't care because I haven't done it a lot and I'm still working on my balance. So that's kind of the way I feel a little bit this morning. And it's exciting. So fingers 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. Here we go. Yeah, just hammer time. I'm just thinking MC Hammer in his big pants, parachute pants. Remember those? And those were big pants. Was anybody else afflicted by parachute pants out there? Other parachute pant wearers out there? I'm not sure I'd put my hand up, but maybe I was one of them. Oh, crazy times. So we're working on just keeping that back good and straight and solid and strong, and the core strong. The core body is strong. Belly's switched on, abdominal areas are switched on, holding the body upright and from withering away. All right, so fingers 1 and 2. So fingers 1 and 3, so 9 and 12. Not now, back a ways, yeah. I remember there used to be, like, you used to take the jeans, the jean pants, the pantalones, and you used to kind of like fold the cuffs down at your ankles and then roll them up so that they were like the Metro jeans of the late 80s and early 90s. Some styles that are bound to come back. Some of those things never fall out of style. Anyway, let's focus right here on the work, the task at hand. So the task is for me to just remain. I have to remember that I'm not in a practicing or a sort of like a searching or lifting the veil sort of state of mind. I'm in a state of mind where it's okay if I'm in a trance even, because I want, these should become so familiar to me that I could talk, I could hold a conversation around anything that I'm playing. I should be able to, you know, talk around it. But each and every single note is important. And so we shall focus on those single notes. I don't know if anyone else is feeling the stretch here, but I'm definitely feeling the stretch on these fingers 1 and 4. They're really, maybe I'm low on hydration, maybe. I don't usually feel this sort of stretch yet in the morning. Do you know what I mean? So hydration is an important piece of the game too. Zach Attack, what's going on, Zach? How are you doing, Mr. Attack? That's such a great YouTube handle, and I love that. And so we've been through the 2-finger groupings. We started with these again, sorry, and then we went through, I think we did these 2, and then these 2, and then we did those 2. So now Rock and Roll Forever is now moving to fingers 2, 3, and 4, and then 1 and 2 and 3. And we'll keep going. And so we do have a little bit of freedom coming up for the last 15, maybe 10 or 15 minutes of the session. So if you want, go ahead and grab the guitar. Grab your guitar, do the do-si-do, and let's go ahead and walk through this warm-up together. You know, this is your personal invitation to join us. Yeah, each and every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And you know, what we do is we sit around here with the guitar for like an hour. Yeah, I know. Who has the time to do that anymore when there's literally so much scrolling to do? Yeah, I've got to take a break here and do some scrolling. I'll be right back. Pretty funny what we allow for cultural change, just kind of that creep right in. You've done the math, right? You've done the math before. I know you have. So, hey Lex, good morning, Mr. Carey. Good morning, chat. That's great, man. Ken Fingerstyle, can you play Allegro? Oh, yeah, good idea. That's a great idea. So, I had a friend, Ken, who is also a fingerstyle guitar player. He's now playing music with a great musician in the sky. But what a beautiful, beautiful guitar player. Just a beautiful guitar player, and a unique character in the canon of guitarists to my locality anyway. And there are a number of like really highly experienced and accomplished musicians in my particular area, as there are in a lot of particular areas. But this one, Ken, I'll never forget, we were at a gig we were doing something one night, and I was playing a solo, and I think I must have kind of departed from the planet on this solo, and Ken came up to me during a break or something. He came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and he said, man, you really love playing the guitar, don't you? And I didn't know where that was coming from. I didn't really know, because I was probably 14 or 15 playing in the local bars, you know, and I really wasn't supposed to be there, but somehow I just was allowed to do it. And that's okay, because it was a really great place to just be with the groups of people people I wanted to be with at that time. It was great, and to hear, you know, sort of a mentor say that to me, it was really, really well received. Although I didn't really know how to receive it, so I think I might have just said thank you. But Ken, fingerstyle, that's great. Love to hear it. Love to see you here, man. So fingers 1 and 2 and 4, so 9, 10, and 12. T and 4 N. What you're doing is you've walked right in the door, or you've scrolled right in. You've doom scrolled your way to the morning ritual for guitar growth, and for that, I welcome you to stick around and hang out and explore some guitar warm-ups with us. And it could be that you're doing something completely different from what we're doing or what I'm doing. Some of us have memorized the majority of what's going on with this morning ritual, and we're doing this for the entire year of 2025 because 2025 is personally a watershed year for me personally, and it's the year I decided to watch Ken, you know, not Ken, another great guitar player. His name is Kurt Rosenwinkel. You ever watch him play guitar and improvise? He blinks a lot. And if you can check out some videos of Kurt Rosenwinkel, it's not Captain Kirk, it's Kurt, but you can check out Kurt Rosenwinkel, any video on YouTube, and watch him solo. I think he really loves the guitar. You know, I think he really loves the guitar. So fingers 1 and 3 and 4 on 9, 11, and 12. Here we go. Yeah. Here's an idea. One of the things that we've been doing recently on the channel is on the morning ritual for guitar growth is practicing the pentatonics. We are becoming pentatonic stoics. You know, we're making do with what we have, and what we have is typically 1 or 2 positions or 1 or 2 shapes. I just released a video on this channel, which you can go find. It's the 5 shapes that will change your guitar playing forever, or something like that, something a little clickbaity, but what it does is it gives you a download, a free download. So if you go watch that video, you can download, or, you know, there's a link in the description or a link in the card of the video. Go download that PDF binder, and it gives us all of the pentatonic stuff that we'll ever need, at least for the next, you know, 2-3 weeks or 2 or 3 months, depending on how much you practice. We're going to continue down this pentatonic pathway, this pentatonic palace, and we're going to be working. John, good morning. I see that. I see you. I got you right there. Welcome to the program, and thanks for tuning in. So we started this morning. If you're just tuning in, I'm going to give you a quick idea about what we're up to. You've doom scrolled your way into the morning ritual for guitar growth. Although I don't think we use YouTube as a doom scrolling thing, you know, like TikTok or some other platforms. I think YouTube's a more sort of constructive, sort of technically, it just is a different sort of thing for many of us, right? So you're likely to be looking for something like this anyway. So it's a morning ritual for guitar growth, and it happens every weekday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. And it's here for you. Jump in, you know, both feet, you know, if you're wading in, you got to get your fingers in the water to kind of acclimate a little. For the rest of your body, you acclimate faster when you get your hands in the water, you know, when you're wading in. But, and then you just kind of got to dive in. So we're here all year long if you want to go full in on your warm up. But we started this morning with 2 fingers, the contiguous finger groups, and then we went to the non-contiguous finger groups, and we practiced those. Now we just went through the 3 finger groups, and then we did this group, and then we just completed this group. So guess what? Time for a stretch before we get into 4 fingers. So 1 E and a 2, T E and a 4. Here we go. 1, 2, T and a 4 E and a 2. Yeah, denim overalls, one strap on the button. That's right. 3 and 2 and T and 4 and 1, 4 and 2 T and 4. Thanks for being here, John Rapley. Good morning. Good morning. Glad to see you back here. You know, it's always great to see returning characters, you know. Thank you, Kevin. Kevin's great host. Kevin's a wonderful host, wonderful guitar player. And here we go. So 1, 2, T, 4. And this is a very exciting 2, T, fo, T, 2, T, fo, 2, T, fo. And then this is very exciting. The stretch part is, whoa. This hand really, you know, it feels like it really needs it this morning. 2, T, fo, bar 3, 2, T, fo, and then we're going ahead. It feels so good. I'm just going to hang out here for another second or two and keep on breathing, and then change over to T, fo, 2, 2, T, fo, and then 2, 2, 2, fo. It's not really that important to frame to pronounce these with abbreviated approaches. At lower tempos, I can easily say 1, 2, 3, 4. But at up tempo, you never, at 120 beats per minute and above, I can't pronounce things that quickly. So I need to, you know, basically reduce the time it takes for me to say each syllable. 1, 2, T, fo, 1, 2, T, fo. And that's it. And we'll go ahead and get into the 4 fingers. Let's do that now. So 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh yeah, we haven't seen Mark, we haven't seen Robbie yet this morning, have we? 2 T and go. The sweep arpeggio lesson was really cool. Oh, let's do that again today. Let's check this out. So the sweep arpeggio lesson, I appreciate you mentioning that, Zach, because there is a PDF there too. So if you're looking at that, if you go back through a couple of recent videos, and you know, they're not really designed to be what they are. They're designed to be there and deliver a PDF binder that's free for you to take a look at. It gives you some technical information, and it brings us all sort of up to speed in case we decide that we wanted to incorporate these things, these items on the to-do list into our morning ritual for guitar growth. So thank you for mentioning that. There's a little bit of a resource. I think we have something like 1,000 videos on this channel or something like that. So the chances are, if you wanted to go search the back catalog, you can find something that you're looking for, right? And if you can't, let us know here in the live chat, because we want to be sure that we're walking hand in hand and on the level with any guitar practitioner who's looking to do something substantial with the guitar, you know, and we can maybe help out. All right, that being said, let's get right back into it. Gotta get to work. I'll be practicing when I get home this afternoon. Have a great day. John, thanks for coming by today. Awesome to hear from you. So fingers 1 E and a 2, 1, 2, 3, stretch 4, and 9, 10, 11, 13. Yeah. And if you are here, if you wouldn't mind, you know, you can do me a really, do you mind just double tapping the screen or smashing that like button for me? That'd be great. Huge favor. I don't usually get too ASCII for things. I try not to be too needy, do you know what I mean? I just don't think it's a good look or real good optics. I know you're supposed to, you know, encourage that kind of thing, but we're more like on a slow roll here. It's got to happen organically and naturally, otherwise it doesn't happen at all. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right, so moving right along, I've been following and seeing you on my feed. Always great content. That's cool to hear, Zach. How is it going? What are you working on? Anything? And do you have a sort of a focus? Have you set your gaze on anything in particular recently? This morning I was playing my Get Up mix while I'm making my ginger root red bush tea. It's got a little cinnamon stick in it and rooibos. It's an South African tea. I guess it's a pretty well known as a red bush tea. So it's like tea needle leaves. Anyway, I'm making my tea and a breakfast wrap for my nephew who's whatever, and just popped in, and I've got my Get Up mix this morning, and I hear For Whom the Bell Tolls on my mix, you know what I mean? My I really love those days. If this tea gives you a buzz, please, sir, I beg you, share with me. My band might think I'm actually smart if I bring them this tea. Oh, just wonderful days. Time marches on. For whom the bell tolls. Yeah, what a great tune. You know, just great. I probably just killed my, I probably just ruined it. There's a copyright strike there for sure. That's okay. Just needed to take a little bit of a breather from the warm-up. Now we're back to the old kickstand. I think we're doing the kickstand, right? Are you an upward pick slanter or down pick slanter? You into the pick slanting thing? So let's take a look at fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do the kickstand. 8, 10, 11, and 12. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. It's great to see you, Mostly Crazy. Man, I love seeing you guys showing up, and it's always wonderful to see good company be here. A lot of great guitar players just. Oh, jeez, dude. Oh man, you're killing me. I know that you really feel like I don't know where you get all your money from, but I know I really do appreciate that. It's so good to see that, man. For you and your channel, people with your skill deserve money. Yeah, what, you know, let's break that down a little bit. I'm one of those people who think these are the kinds of things, this is what I think about. When I get to the top of this exercise, I'm going to go and tap that love button on that super chat. And mostly crazy all the time is he speaks from, if anyone knows what he's talking about, it would be him, because I have another friend in New York City. He's been in Jazz Times magazines, and when we connect and I'll watch him perform, and then after that, the audience member, I'll be talking with an audience member, and Craig comes up and he says, I say to the audience member, who's also a friend, and I say, this Craig, you are witnessing something that is very rare in human existence. The capacity of this guitar player is such that it should be sort of curated and put in some sort of a museum or some sort of observational sort of stasis, right? Captured. He makes albums, you know, so that's good. And he's one of the New York City Jazz. He's one of the cats down there with like Kurt Potter and all the New York dudes and dudettes and stuff. So when he comes up to me after the performance, I say to the audience member who I'm with, and I say, you know, this is a remarkable situation. This is far beyond what we expect to achieve as guitar practitioners in a lifetime. And he says, oh man, he's such a big teddy bear kind of guy. He says, oh man, if anybody knows about that, it would be you, Jason. And then he called me maestro. And I thought, man, maestro, that's a big word to be just throwing around, my friend. And one can only hope to achieve those goals, you know. It's we spend a lot of time sort of and I think I can speak for a lot of us who are like mostly crazy, a lot of us in Zach, you know, a lot of us in this stream, sometimes we feel like maybe the morning ritual kind of stuff, maybe I don't need to do that all the time. Always and never doesn't apply, right? So if you feel like you need to do something other than, you know, the same old, let's learn something new and add something new to the mix. But always feel confident. This is the one trick that I've learned that's super important after all of my decades of teaching different levels, you know, all levels from 4 to 84 and maybe more. And the one thing that's humbled me that I think is probably one of the biggest and most important guitar lessons I've ever learned, and I had to learn it the hard way, you know. And that one simple lesson is it's probably one of the more important ones. It may not be the most important, but it certainly is. It was an awakening, and I remember the day. I don't remember the day. I remember every day after that, though, thinking like, I need to be confident in what I'm doing. I need to love what I'm doing. And if I talk positively about what it is I'm doing, I had another mentor teach me that if you can talk positively about what you're doing, it might sound like you're bragging, but if you can do it, it's not really bragging. It's just talking. And to put it in context, like, I can eat cereal with a spoon, right? No big deal, right? You know, at one point in my life, that was a really big deal. I mean, so I think that everything is in context, but the confidence about what it is we're doing is super important. And then how do we earn that confidence for ourselves? So that's the question. Let's do the expanded. All right, Zach, I've never felt comfortable up slanting any pick, always down. Yeah. So I think it was just first is how I steer. Are you one of those players that you feel like you need to press the high E string a little harder than the other strings just to keep it dynamically consistent, like at the same sound pressure level? I noticed that my high E string, I pop it once in a while, right? I pop the high E string, but there's really no need to do that, right? And it changes the tone of my high E string, and I tend to play the high E string. I tend to lean on it harder than the other strings, and that's another lesson that it took a long time for me to learn, and I actually had an early teacher sort of help me understand that by using analogies or examples of like guitar players who, like Django, who they get to the top of they get all the way to the top of a run, and you'd think they would blast that string right off the guitar. They don't. They're so comfortable and confident that by the time they get to the top, that doesn't need to ring. The note, because it's less massive, sometimes the string, because it's less massive, sometimes we feel like it needs to be struck or attacked harder, and that's not really the case, right? So anyway, that will lead to probably years of success for somebody. Anyway, let's start with minor pentatonicism. We'll come right back to it. Working for 60 beats per minute and 4 attacks per beat. I've got to work really on focusing on my back right now. I have a different chair rolling, and it's impacting my my physical person, so I can focus on breathing for another minute or two. Try to utilize the back of this chair. I usually don't play with a chair with a back on it. Oh, so I have a couple messages I'm missing. Yeah, Mostly Crazy. Mostly Crazy is a really great guitar player from a really great band called Nun Puncher, N-U-N. You can find them right here on YouTube, and you just listen to what's going on, and you know they've put in the seat time. Like each and every band member has put in the seat time. The technical proficiency and the musicality it's all there, and I think you'll enjoy it no matter what genre you're into. You're going to listen to things like this, and then consider, reconsider maybe what it is we're up to, right? So let me just read this. So we're responding to Zach. Please work on that up slant. It will change your life. When you put both slants together, I recommend watching Vinnie Moore's right hand. There you go. There's another famous dude, famous guitar player, who's sort of really famous for unlocking the upward pick slant, the pick slant. Yeah. One of those guys, his name is Michael TheBurge, and you could check him out. Really crazy guitar players everywhere, you know. Just you think you know something, and then it's like some little kid, this 9-year-old, just burning right by you, you know. So I'm just thinking about, you know, what it is. What am I going to do today? I'm thinking I want to play some pentatonics, and I really wanted to focus on that a little bit, but we haven't really added, you know, I know we've been working on this. Here, I'm going to work with you on something new today. So before we start doing that, we'll go through the regular sort of pentatonic pattern one more time. I did just release a full video, you know, it's like 4 or 5 minutes long, but it walks us through each shape, each pentatonic shape. And it's like there's a little, you know, the video says like 5 shapes that will change your guitar playing forever, or some kind of clickbaity bullshit like that. But it works. I mean, it's a real, actual, honest to goodness kind of like quality session that gives you a PDF binder that's worth, you know, it's worth its weight in gold. You know, whatever you know, 300 kilobytes is worth for weight in gold. Probably worth more than that. What does 386 kilobytes weigh anyway? It doesn't weigh very much. So we want to practice through this shape because I'm going to share with you an alteration today, which is going to move us even further. We're going to kick the can a little further down the road today. Oh yeah, I love Vinnie Moore. Yeah, absolutely. I know what you're talking about. You guys ready for this? I think we're going to leave a little extra time to do this. So let's take a look at what we know to be true as minor pentatonic. This is one of the first ones that many of us learn. We start here with the root note, and then we move to the flat 3, which is pulling against the root note. You're right. And then we continue on to the 4, which sometimes gives us that amen vibe. So, amen. So we've got that really nice root note. And we find that root note everywhere around the guitar as our sort of like home base or our safe zone, you know. Many of us feel like we need safe zones today, you know. This is the equivalent of a safe zone. Or a home. I would like to refer to this as home because I'm a little more adventurous and I'd like to just get out there and then take a little risk in life. And then, you know, when I come back home, if I've survived the adventure, then I have a story to tell or I have a song to write. or we can, you know, jerk those notes around a little bit, you know, show them who's boss. Or treat that flatted 3, give it a little bit of attitude. But one of the things that I like to do here is doing that on an acoustic guitar. That might have been the cleanest 90 seconds of guitar I've ever heard. Oh man, it's there's a great guitar player. His name is Alex DeGrassi. He's a acoustic guitar player, sort of an engineer, I think, by trade, but a wonderfully super clean and melodic. Ooh, there goes that T. Yesterday I had a little cayenne tea and a little cayenne in there too. Super clean guitar player, a lot of fun. He did a record about sort of like American tunes, you know, so you'll have to look it up a little bit. And it's kind of got a yellowish cover, you know, with, I forget what it is, some sort of a collage. But it's a really great record and you're gonna love it. Melody, of course, melody is where the rubber meets the road. So we're starting with finger 1, 4, and then 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, then 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, yeah, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. And everywhere that 1 flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, everywhere that flat 7 is, we're going to reach back. We're going to do a little kickstand and make that a 6. Pretty simple. Now what we're doing is we're starting to enter into the world, many refer to this world as altered pentatonics. Altered pentatonics. It's called altered pentatonics because we're altering the shape of the minor pentatonic to include a natural 6, which is a brighter and more pastoral flavor than the flatted 7. All right, so now we're using everywhere the flat 7 was. Everywhere there was a flat 7. 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, 6 now. We're subbing out the flat 7 for a 6. Yes, we are. Right, so we're going to start with like a little idea here. So something like, you know, so we're going to use that idea. Try to frame this new scale shape that we learned. I thought maybe this would come through the oh, here we go. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4. So we have these ideas. Yeah, I know. Pentatonics are the most confusing thing ever to me. You know, you're not the first person I've heard say that. Let's just go ahead and try this one more time. Let's just get this loop going. I really think we have... let's try this one, you know, 1, 2, T, 4, and I'm just setting up something that is just A. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go A minor 7. Try to get something a little more chill. Here we go. So you can hear me sort of like using that minor pentatonic shape. And it sounds pretty square and sort of, you know, regular. But when we start softening that scale with, or altering that scale with the 6, and then when we get into the next position up, where typically would be that shape. Now I'm thinking in terms of flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7, but now I've got to remember that flat 7 is no longer, it's now a 6. And then the 4 goes to the 5 to the 6. It's a really wild thing, isn't it? Let me go ahead and just kind of do this one more time and see, get rid of some of this stuff. And I'm just going to go. So that's the kind of stuff that we're sort of just kind of sitting with, instead of, you know, using the old minor pentatonic all the time, which we could do and just have a happy little career. Maybe add a 9 once in a while, and maybe a flatted 3. Or we could just start using that 6 and omit the flat 7 altogether and have a much more a 9 and a 6 in the scale, maybe. So what happens if we play this mode right here? What happens if we play mode 5 as the root? Oh, now we're getting deep now. I mean, it's not, you know, it's deep, but it's not deep. It's so we have this really nice shape 5, you know. But now we have the 9 and the 1 and then the 6 and then the 5 and then the 4 and then the 9 and then the root and then the 6 and then the 5 and the 4 and then the 9 and the 1. So I would recommend, only because I've had it recommended to me and it really helped me personally to connect more closely with the heart of what I was after. Helped me to get right down to the heart of the matter. See you tomorrow, man. Have a super day. I'm just going to run a minute over. Scales. trying to find. That's really what we're trying to find, is sort of like the heart and soul of what it is we're up to, right? And just trying to connect with what's going on. We're working through these warm-ups to develop the connectivity, you know, all of the fiber optic patterns, you know, the fiber optic pathways that we're just building neural pathways, I think, is what we're doing through this. So very important work, and I see the last comment here is mostly crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and stop, switch the metronome back on, so we're ending in good form. And what are we saying here? I can't really read those from over there, so let me see if I can get them up here. Have a great day, Kevin. Thank you so much for being here as a moderator. And I absolutely hate that people don't understand. Teach just gave a 10K lesson. Well, that's pretty cool. Man, I really appreciate all of your support, mostly great. That's so good, man. I'm looking forward to connecting with you more at some point in the future, man. I really am. And let's see. Love you, Teach. I gotta run. We're out of here too. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. And take care of yourselves. And until we meet again tomorrow, I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you again tomorrow, maybe if you show up. And then until we meet again, happy picking.